Hello, today I will show you 10 tips in Unreal Engine that I cannot live without. The first tip is how to bookmark a view. I use this all the time to quickly jump around my level, and it's super simple. Just hit Control 1, and now you saved a bookmark. So now if I end up in a place I don't want to be, I can just hit 1 and I'm right back to where I saved. And now let's say there's something else important in my scene that's kind of far away, I can hit Control 2. And now I saved another bookmark, so I can toggle between important positions in my level. And you can do this with all the numbers on your keyboard. Tip number 2 is how to create a camera from your viewport. All you have to do is go up to this button with the 3 lines and then choose Create Camera here. I like to use Syn Camera Actor. And boom, we created a camera with the same view as our viewport. Tip number 3 is how you can use rule of thirds and other grid systems to help frame your shot. In order to do this, go to the button that says Perspective and choose Cinematic Viewport. Then a new button will form here, and you can use Grid 3x3 to find the rule of thirds. But since I'm using a single subject to focus on and I want it to be center, I'm going to use Grid 2x2. And now I can go ahead and click my camera and make sure that it's center, which it is. Tip number 4 is how to focus your camera on a specific object. So what you want to do is select your camera and then go ahead and type focus into the search bar. Now under focus method, change it from manual to tracking and use this dropper device to select your object you want in focus. And now the camera is focused on the object itself. Tip number 5 is how to set your project so it opens up on a specific level. This is great for if your scene unexpectedly crashes or if you're just working on a specific scene and once you open it, you want it to just land on that specific level. What you want to do is go to Edit and then Project Settings and type in Map in the search bar. And now under Editor Startup Map, you can go ahead and choose whichever level you want. Right now I'm working in level tips, so I can go ahead and type level tips, and then now if my scene crashes or if I were to just open up my project, I'd land on this level. For tip number 6, I bet a lot of you know this, but for those that don't, if you want to move faster or slower in your viewport, just right mouse click and then use the middle mouse button to go up and down. And what that will do is it will change the speed here, so you can do it manually as well. Number 7 is in the Niagara system. I make a lot of Niagara tutorials, and one thing I found is that the viewport itself is hard to maneuver around because it's not like the regular levels. And in order to make it like the regular levels, all you have to do is click the button with the 3 lines and then check off orbit mode. And now you can use the A, S, D, E, Y, and E, and you can zoom in the way that you would a regular level. And the right click and the middle mouse button will also speed up those values. Tip number 8 is colorizing your folders. This is great, and I do it for my main folders. So my main folder right here, and I use levels a lot, and I also use materials in my Niagara folder. And if you wanted to do this, you could just right click and hit set color, and then go to new color, and then you just drag the color wheel till you find a color of your desire. Tip number 9 is how to increase the font size of the editor. If you go to edit here, editor preferences, and then type in application. Under application scale, you can change the font size. So especially for making tutorials, I like to make this a little bit bigger just so it's easier to see and read. I found 1.25 is pretty good for me since you do have to see a lot of information, but 1 is just, it's pretty small. So yeah, 1.25 is my go-to. Tip number 10 is how to easily add water systems to your scene. What you want to do is go to your plugins folder and type in water. Make sure your water and water extras plugin are enabled. After that, using this drop-down menu, type in water, and you'll be able to see a variety of water systems here, from river to ocean to lake and more. This right here is a lake that I made smaller to kind of represent a pond. I plan on doing a more in-depth tutorial for the water plugin, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. If you learned anything, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.